everybody, this is Alyssa from Mank Arts and Crafts, and today we are going to be doing a little bit of a fun activity. So because this is the Lunar New Year, and actually tomorrow is the actual official Lunar New Year, February 10th, we are going to, and of course we are participating in the Lunar New Year DP24. So for today's video, I decided I was going to put together a fun kit that I got, which is kind of like a koi lantern. We will see how this goes. I did sort of read the directions a little bit through the bag to kind of see how it goes. And I'm actually going to do it how it suggests. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. You'll see what I mean in a minute, because there is a reason why I have my torch right here. There is a reason for that, and you'll find out soon enough. But we're going to put this together, and we'll chat a little bit when I'm not focused on what I'm doing. We'll chat a little bit. What I'm going to talk about today is actually going to be the Chinese Zodiac. We're going to talk about the Zodiac animals, all of that. And that's going to be kind of our agenda for today. So we're going to dive right into it. First, I want to mention that you have until I get home from work today to film my whip and chat to comment on Monday's video from Leopard with the small shop spotlight, to comment on that video if you want to be eligible for potentially winning one of the to win the potential $25 gift card from Leopard Leatherworks. So make sure you watch the video and comment with the chosen word that I had picked out for it if you are interested in that $25 gift card. So I will be closing comments. Look, these are all of the cute goodies that we have, all the things. This is gonna be cool. I'm laying out all my things, all my stuffs that I've got in here. I've never done this before for one of these, but I kind of wanted to see how it goes. I think there is one of these that is missing somewhere. Where does it go? Oh, there it is. I was like looking for this one right here. I wanted that one right there. So we are going to be doing this koi lantern, putting it together. It's a fancy koi lantern. If you're not ghetto like me, I am like a cheap ghetto person that does not actually own a hot glue gun, but the directions actually say to use instructions for using the glue stick. Heat the end of the glue stick with a lighter until the glue stick softens into liquid form, then apply it to the place where it needs to be pasted. I will remove the Sushi Chaos Kitten is not going to be up here when I'm working with the lighter and the glue stick. Don't worry. She will not be up here when I break into that part of it. But if you're ghetto like me and do not own a glue gun, then heat up the glue gun with the lighter, and voila, a version of a hot glue gun without actually owning a hot glue gun. But that's actually what the directions literally called for. So I guess this would be the version of doing it for, no baby, I'm gonna have to put you in the hallway, aren't I? She's gonna be like, no mom, no, don't evict me, mom, don't evict me. I'm cuteness. See, here's my little cute tail. She's got a really long tail. I've actually measured the girl's tail. I haven't measured her in a couple months because she is now officially she's like a week away from being 8 months old. This cutie pie is 8 months old. Crazy. I need to measure her tail again and compare. I forgot to write down how long Mochi's tail was, because Mochi's tail is really fat and short in comparison to her body. And at the 6-month mark, this little hooligan's tail was a centimeter longer than Mochi's tail, and Mochi's full grown. So I kind of want to see how this little brat child's tail is now that she's 2 months older. You're silly. So I want to see, because her tail is it feels so much longer when you pet her and you pet the tail. It's skinny and long. So now that she's older, I want to see how it goes. So we're going to kind of like see how these directions go. It's very, very tiny print. You can see that. And I'm wearing my glasses because I wear them for reading. And I'm still like, holy cow, this is small print. So we're going to kind of see how this goes. I should probably have brought out cardboard for any of this mess. Do I have cardboard? Cardboard. Or I could just use a piece of paper. That'll work. I could always just use a piece of paper. Let me pull out a piece of paper. This'll work. I think this is just like a scrap piece of paper. Also, as a reminder, we do have the codes for our 3 shops. I see I even wrote them down on this is when I was trying to remember what the codes were. But we do have codes for our 3 of our sponsors are offering discount codes throughout the course of the event. If you use these codes at those shops. So Swartz Designs, you can use the code Lunar New Year and get 10% off the entire shop. At Jenny Rose Designs, you can use the code Dragon and get 15% off on her shop, and that's an Etsy shop. Website for Swartz Designs, and Etsy for Jenny Rose. And then at Lazy River Crafts, you can use the code Lunar and get 15% off her entire shop. So FYI, I just saw that because that was a piece of paper that I grabbed. So super awesome. And huge shout out and thank you to all of the sponsors again, because I couldn't do this without them. They rock and they're amazing, and I love all of my sponsors. And I am having a blast looking at everybody's images over on Instagram. For everybody that's been posting on Instagram, thank you. I will get over to saying, like, to commenting on everybody's posts this weekend. I promise. It has been a super busy week at work. I have a sneeze coming on. I am going to apologize in advance. I always edit out my sneezes so that way you guys don't have to hear the sneezes. But I couldn't do this without everybody's participation. I love it. I have had a crazy week at work. I will be commenting more on that in my whip and chat tomorrow about my crazy, like this long week at work. I'll be talking about that a little bit more. But we are going to kind of get into it a little bit and start working on this. I feel like I have talked a lot and said nothing at all, which is, you know, kind of typical. I feel like I do that a lot. I talk a lot and say nothing. Also, I'm going to kind of get into the groove of what I'm doing before I start talking about the Chinese Zodiac and the different animals from the 12 Zodiac animals, and a little bit of the story and like the lore or like the legend behind the 12 Zodiac animals. I figured that would be kind of interesting to share that and a little bit about the different signs. So, but I want to kind of get started on this because I have no idea what I'm doing. So, you know, we figured we wanted to start with some of the chaos and do that first. All right, we're going to take out the lantern, the light tape, and the light support. What is the light tape? They give us this and give us a really, really tiny picture and don't really tell us what it is. I think this is the light support. Maybe the light tape. Gently wrap the light tape around the light support near the hook. Put the light support into the lantern and fix it. Maybe this is the light tape. Maybe that's what this is supposed to be. I don't know. I'm trying to look at this picture. It's such a small picture. Okay, it does basically show this. It's just very, very small. All right, so we have our lantern, which is this little thing right here. Doop, doop. There's our lantern. Because basically the whole point, you really are choosing violence, little one. This little one is totally choosing violence. And she knows it. She totally chooses violence on a regular basis. Okay, I see what we're doing. Those are going into there. There we go. And then this side going into there. So now we have the tension in our lantern of our lantern body. Step 1 done. Progress. Some of the kitten mischief. We're going to put this off to the side because I'm not going to be using that right off the bat. And we're going to use that as like the table for my stuff. My stuff. All right. And how in the world were they going to fit this into there? Because I don't see how that was supposed to do it. Probably should have done that first and wrap that in there, I guess. I don't know how it was supposed to go. Maybe like a wrap around there. I don't know. I don't get it. Totally the most pathetic little eyeballs as I left. All right, so now we're gonna glue 2 layers of rectangles together with a glue stick for the tail. And fix the fishtail to the end of the hook of the lantern with a glue stick. So, right. So here is the tail. We are going to do this, gets wrapped around here. I probably shouldn't have wrapped that around because I need to wrap this around and back. I can start the challenge of doing this because this needs to wrap around here and glue back onto itself. We will do this, and then we will come back onto itself like this for that side. And then I will do this side as well. I'm probably making this a whole lot harder than what it needs to be, which doesn't surprise me in any way, shape, or form. But we're gonna do it just like that. And I could probably do this with the, and there we're gonna have a tail. So we're gonna kind of have that held just like that, so we know where they're gonna go. And that way they're pre-folded. So now I just need to heat up my glue gun. And then daub the thing. Now this is gonna smell like glue, like hot glue, melted hot glue. And I'm gonna have so many stringiness of hot glue, melted hot glue. I've never melted a hot glue gun like this before, oh my gosh. But it works. And you don't have to wait for the hot glue gun to, oh, I tightened that one too far. Let me see if I can, there. You don't have to wait for it to, you know, take forever and a day to meld like you normally do, because that was like super quick. I'm like, that might be my new favorite way to use a hot glue gun, is to just take it's messy, but glue guns are always messy. That may be my new favorite way, just torch the hot glue gun. That was so much easier than waiting for it to actually heat up properly. Wow, I liked that. It was still cracking me up that I'm doing it. All right, I glued the 2 layers of the rectangles together with a glue stick, folding the rectangles in half and fixing the fishtail to the end of the hook of the lantern with a glue stick. So we did that there. Boom. So now we are on to the next step, which is using the glue stick and the large felt. So use the glue stick to stick the large rose felt fins on the top center of the lantern. So let's see, how do we do these ones? Let's see there. That one kind of shows up there. And then this one will go like that. Yes, that one kind of went in the middle. So that's going to kind of go like that. There. Actually, that one's going to go down here for the small one, I think. Yeah, I think the small one will go down there. Yes, that does go down there. Okay. I discovered it. I figured it out. I just had to look at enough of the pictures to see where it went. And now let's come back over to the directions. Nope, not coming in here, kitten. All right, so now we need to find the center, and we're gonna torch it and put the thingy in the center. I should probably have lined that up with an actual line. Well, but that's not gonna work because that's not lined up with an actual line. So the center line of this is right there. So that's where we need this to line up with, is a center. And that's actually going to be basically right on that seam. So that's where we want this. And that's where our fishy thing is going to go, because I need to glue that in place. So we're going to torch our glue stick. Torchy, torchy. Smell that glue. Ooh, yay. Melty glue. And now we're going to put some glue along here. Ooh, that glue is like super uncomfortably yucky smelling glue. That does not smell like regular glue. The one downside, if you need to heat up the glue, you can't really easily heat up the glue because it's not like you can torch this because the paper would burn. But Got the yellow part of the fin, and now I'm gonna, I think I can just peel this off of here because it's taped on the back side and stick it on. That'll work. Da 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 da. I just have to figure out, how do I get the, what? Why does the adhesive not want to come off? Does it have adhesive? Oh yeah, it does have adhesive. I just wasn't pulling the adhesive. I was like pulling the adhesive off of the felt is what I was doing. Okay, that makes, like, I was just, yeah, that was real smart on my part. My part, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do this one. I'm gonna push this against my body because I need to balance it. So sorry if you're not getting a good view, because I need to balance this, and I'm gonna kind of swoosh it down so that way I can get it where it's a little bit onto the red in addition to being onto the yellow, because I want it to kind of stick there in addition to here. There. Boom. One side of the dorsal fin. Now we're gonna come over here and do the same thing on this side with this one. Now we're gonna peel the tape, backing off, and not pull the tape off. Progress, Alyssa, progress. There we go. And like I said, once I get to the point of gluing these guys in, then I'll actually talk. But first, I need to actually kind of get going on like what I'm actually doing for this, because if I tried to follow these directions that are not really directions, and you guys are going to be, I think I have like 2 or 3 of these lanterns, these little koi lanterns that are going to be included in the giveaways. So I figured I'd do this video as like a how-to, because I knew the directions were going to be subpar. So you can watch my video of what not to do / what to do for how to put it together as like a how-to for when you guys get your lanterns in the prize packs. Because I got some goodies to go along with all the sponsor goodies. I got fun goodies for like Lunar New Year decorating. So I thought that would be a fun, like, crafty projects for everybody. So you get different things. So yeah, I'm probably not going to even really turn on the light in here because that's just not feasible really. But we have a light. And I will probably be like, okay, put it like that. That works. There. Progress. There. I'm gonna leave it like that where it's partially out so I can actually reach it. So we have our dorsal fin. Boom. That's done. Use glue stick on the top center and on the bottom as well. It looks like they want us to do. So our ventral fins as well. But try to line it up decently. That one again was not a very good lineup job. We will separate that a little bit and bring it back together. There, that worked. Not pretty on that side, but decent on the other side. I feel like you could have just felted it. You could have just like taped it, used the tape to stick it down, because that worked pretty well on that side. Which is kind of what I did over there, is mostly held them down with the tape. All right, we're cruising along here. We got it. We're making progress. We're gonna pull some of these stringies off of there. And now we are on to step 4. I think there are 9 steps on this. Step 4, glue the rectangular part of the paper fins to the bottom of the lantern on both sides with a glue stick. These are our fin things. We have 2 fins. These are the fins. Boop. One for each side. I went with the really flowy one. The really fancy one. Fancy fish. And they've got these little dots. So we just have to decide which one is the top and which one, because they have the flowy things. So we have to decide which is the top and which is the bottom. And I think technically you're supposed to kind of cut little holes to stick these in between, is kind of how it's supposed to be, to kind of stick it through in there. Or you could do it as like, actually you could probably fold it and glue it along the side flat like that and then fold it down, which is probably what I'll do because that would hold well. Let me look at the picture and see what this looks like. Where does the fins go? For the fancy, actually these actually look like they're more of the tail fins, like another layer of tail fin on top of the tail fin there is what that looks like. So fancy tails is what that looks like. So a fancy tail there. So it's like 3 layers of tail is what it looks like. Okay. Huh, interesting, okay. Yeah, because these all line up. So 3 layers of tail. Totally 3 layers of tail. All right, we're going with 3 layers of tail. I'm glad I looked at the picture because I was like, that doesn't look right. 3 layers of tail it is. We're gonna fold this one over to here. Ha 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 ha. 2 layers of tail. All right, and now I need the 3rd tail floof. All right, boom, tail fins complete. Now, I thought I was done with the tail, but now I'm done with the tail. All right, so now we have a flowy tail. Boom, that looks better. That's a little bit more floaty. All right, the tail is now truly complete. And now we can go back to the non-tail, the fins, the fins, the fins, which are these. These are the fins. These are what we need to do next. And then I can go into the, those things. Boom. These. Where are these going to go? And then we will actually talk about the Chinese Zodiac once I get to those little guys. But I want to kind of get to the point of being able to do this stuff. You guys, this is like trickier than I thought it was going to be. Let me look at the photo because the photo was more helpful. Okay, so we're going to put these ones in the back, like right there. And then we're going to put, so we're going to kind of fold, I think we're going to fold it. Which way does the directions say? Glue the rectangular part of the paper fins, this part, to the bottom of the lantern on both sides with a glue stick. So I guess we could put it however we want it. I'm going to say it needs to go like there and then like here. So there and there. But I feel like it needs to be folded, like a little bit of a crease to it to give it that movement. Because otherwise it's literally, unless we did it like that, which to me is going to look weird. That will totally look weird if it sticks out like that. It needs to be, and that would look weird as well. So it needs to be like a little bit of a fold. I should have put like a flat edge and folded along the flat edge, but oh well. I could. I have my ruler. It just needs a flat edge like that. And I will glue the flat edge on because that gives me the curve that I want for the fins. That looks much better. Okay, so we're gonna put that one there, which I'm gonna put the glue on the fin and then glue the fin in place. Good. And we're gonna bring this up and we're gonna put the fin right there. Good. That one's gonna go there. And now we're gonna do this one and we're gonna do glue. And we're gonna put this fin right here. Now I need to replicate that on the front side or on the other side. Look at that. I like it. I could have adjusted how those were placed, but I like it. I think it looks good so far. Now I need to replicate that on the other side, which really would be a matter of, I didn't put that very centered. I could make a little mark on here of where I want to place it to make it lined up a little bit properly. My fish is not very level. We're gonna say I need to put it right here. And I need to put it, so right there. And then what, right there? that's where we're going to put those guys. All right, we're cruising. We got our plan. We're in action. But I need to crease the thingies for this. So we need to bend that way on this one. Boop. And we need to bend that way as well on... Did we bend that one the right way? I don't know. Did we? I can't tell. Yes, we did. Okay. We bent it the right way. We are good. I still can't get over that cooking with grease comment, or that cooking with whatever that comment was that a patient told me a couple weeks ago. I'm still like, my mind is like, I don't get it. Ugh. All right. And we are lined up with that right there. And we're going to go with that one there. And we're going to call that good. It is what it is. And now we are going to do a quick reheat because it's still mostly warm, but a little bit warmer. I'm going to go with that glue swipe there. And we're going to see that one was right there. So we need to swipe it to right here. And call that one good, like that. All right. Look at, we have a little fishy fish. We have a faceless fish. I like it, a faceless fish. That is looking cute. Okay, now for the fishy face. Fish face, that's what we're going for. Fishy face. Fishy face. Let's see. Oh, well, now they want us to do the scales. All right, the scales, we need to do the green ones first, apparently. Those are eyeballs. That's all eyeball stuff. So I guess while I'm doing these, how many green scales? 4 on each side. Okay, I can do that. I could probably talk a little bit while I'm doing this. Let me go ahead and talk a little bit about some of the Zodiac stuff. Let me put these out. Move some stuff over since it's been so long and I've been going for forever. I figured this would be a shorter video. No. So not a shorter video. There goes me and my plans for short videos. Not happening, apparently. So I need 4 for each side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go with, then we fade in color towards the front. All right. Darker to lighter. We are going to talk a little bit about, oh, come on. I don't want that. We're going to go with this. So basically, while I'm kind of working on this, I'm going to try to multitask and talk to you guys about the Chinese Zodiac a little bit. And the Zodiac animals and what they mean and all of that stuff. And we will see how it goes. So essentially, the Chinese Zodiac, it consists of 12 different animals, 12 Zodiac animals. And those Zodiac animals, in the Chinese Zodiac, or Xingjiao, again, my pronunciation, I apologize for my pronunciation because it is atrocious for my Mandarin. But it refers to the circle or the cycle of 12 animals, and it measures the cycle of time. So with that, the signs of the animals kind of are based on those animals determine which year or which lunar year in which you're born. So this year, obviously, if you don't know that we're in the year of the dragon, then you obviously have not been paying attention to any of the innumerable advertisements and anything and everything that's out there right now saying that we're in the year of the dragon at the moment. So this is the year of the dragon, and each zodiac comes around every 12 years. So, and that's because there's 12 animals, so it rotates through, and you're going to have a new zodiac animal rotate through every 12 years for them. And a little bit of the story behind it. So the story basically says, or the legend has it, that a god beckoned for all animals to bid him farewell before his departure from Earth. And only 12 of them basically gave him a place, basically arrived in time to receive a place of honor for that farewell. Or it's either only 12 of them gave him the honor of bidding him farewell, or only 12 of them actually, he only had room to bid 12 of them farewell, something to that effect. But basically, 12 of them, the 12 were the rat, the ox, the tiger, the rabbit, the dragon, the snake, the horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, and pig arrived and each of them were given a place of honor, thanking them for kind of showing up to bid him farewell. And they were given a place of honor in the year based on the order that they arrived in. And interestingly enough, everybody always wonders, why is there no cat? Because it's like you'd think, everyone always thinks, hey, there should be a cat in the zodiac. No, there's no cat. There is everything pretty much except for a cat. We have we've got the tiger, but there's no cat. And that has a very valid reason why. At the time, and the story behind why there's no cat in the Chinese zodiac is because basically the story goes that the cat and the rat were good friends, and the cat said to the rat, we should be early to sign up, but I usually get up late. The rat promised to wake up the cat, but that morning the rat was too excited to remember his promise and left without the cat. So in that case, so what happened is the cat was then too late and was not able to actually make it to the farewell party because he arrived too late for the farewell. So everyone is like, okay, well, if the rat was the first one to arrive, does that mean that the rat was the fastest one? No, what it means is the rat was the smartest. He thought up a very good idea. He actually made the ox carry him on the condition that he sang for the ox. So the ox was like, okay, I'll carry you, but you have to sing for me. And when the ox was almost at the finish line, the rat jumped down, slid in front, and became the first lucky animal of the Chinese zodiacs. That's how the rat became the first Chinese zodiac animal. And you'll see the Chinese zodiac is very popular in a lot of our East Asia countries. You'll see it primarily and this is not an exhaustive list. And if you're wondering where I'm getting this from, this actually, I'm taking this, I'm trying to get it, my sources that I'm getting it from, I'm not using Wikipedia or anything like that to provide you guys with information. I'm trying to provide you information from as close to the source as I can. So this information is actually taken from the Chinese embassy. So this is from their website from the Chinese embassy. Because that's, to me, that I felt like that was going to be a good source of information. And they would provide, a little bit more reliable than just any other resource. And I'm not going to just pull something from Wikipedia or something like that. I wanted to pull from something a little bit more reliable. So I went with the Chinese embassy as my source of information for you guys for this. So anyways, we got our colors kind of sorted in the order that we're going to go in. We're going to do the blues, a layer of blue back here first, and we're going to do these right up here. So we're going to do blue scales right here. We have to do 4 of them. So now I can go into the glue and talk. How much overlap do I need? Just enough that you can see a little bit of that. Okay. So now back to our story. So Chinese zodiac, like I said, is very popular in a lot of East Asian countries. And you'll see it primarily in China, Vietnam, Japan, the Philippines, Thailand, and Mongolia. So those are the most common countries that you'll see the zodiac in. But it's not just in those countries. So you can see it in more than just those countries. That's not an exhaustive list by any means. That's just the most common countries. We're going to kind of put these little guys down and we're going to see how this goes. The biggest thing is having this heated up long enough to stick it down. This is the time-consuming part, and this is where the glue gun would actually work better, because then your glue would stay hot longer for this part. We're going to have a little bit of the overlap on that. Ooh, that one was a toasty one. So I'm trying to do this and multitask, but it's not working very well. That one's going to go there. That'll overlap, so I'm not worried about that. I will pull the strings off once I am done with that's always the last thing you do with hot glue is take your strings off. I want to kind of get this going. Thought I was going to be able to do this part and talk at the same time, but I don't know that I can do that and talk at the same time. That's not going to work very well, you guys. Oh my goodness. It's not going to work well. I don't think these are supposed to overlap quite so much, but we're making them overlap. going to call it an overlappy thing, and that's what we're going to do. All right, so the most interesting part of the story is, let's see, there was another Zodiac story similar to that. So now I'm going to kind of continue on with the story. So basically, it's the Heavenly Gate race, or is kind of what the story is commonly referred to as, where instead of you can call it an emperor, or some people call it the Jade Emperor, or which the emperors a lot of times were considered gods. But basically, there was no Chinese zodiac, and the emperor, the Jade Emperor, wanted to select 12 animals to be his guards. So this is another variation of it, because that one was basically super short, and I'll go back into that in a moment as I'm working on this. I'm going to try to multitask here for you guys. So, and if I have to do like back and forth a lot, we'll do that. So basically, what, we're going to kind of move that one down there. He set an immortal being into man's world to spread the message that the first one to go through the Heavenly Gate, the better the ranking would be for the guards. So basically the Jade Emperor, which was considered a god, was like one of the guards and said, first one through, you get the best score, basically. And it's all about that ranking. And he had 12 places. So the animals set off towards the Heavenly Gate. The rat got up really early and took advantage of ox. He encountered a river, and because of the swift current, you had to cross this river to get there, and they had a really swift current. After he waited for quite a while, he saw the ox, and swiftly jumped onto the ox's ear. And jumped into the ox's ear, actually. The diligent ox didn't mind at all and kept swimming. After crossing the river, he raced towards the palace of the Jade Emperor, and the rat jumped out of the ox's ear and dashed to the feet of the emperor, making it so that the rat won first place and ox was second. So then comes the tiger and the rabbit. So they're the next in line, or tiger and rabbit. Competitive and fast are what they're classified as. So you've got tiger and rabbit. They come third and fourth because both are fast and competitive, but tiger was faster. Go figure. Like, not surprising at all that the tiger was faster. Rabbit got across the river by hopping on stepping stones and a floating log. And obviously the tiger could just swim across the river because he's a tiger. Like, that's what tigers do. They swim across water. Doesn't faze them at all. So that takes us to 5th and 6th, which is good looking dragon and crafty snake. Which, kind of not surprising that those two go hand in hand, like that they were like right in line with each other. The dragon and the snake. Got our scales. So dragon was 5th and was immediately noticed by the Jade Emperor, who said dragon's son could be 6th, but his son didn't come with him that day. So obviously the dragon's son could not then be 6th. But snake came forward instead, and he was crafty and said dragon was his adoptive father. So snake became 6th because he took advantage and you know, snakes are kind of like legless dragons, supposedly, kind of in a way. I guess you could call them like legless dragons. So snake then became 6th. And then you have kind and modest horse and goat. So they're going to be our 7th and 8th of our zodiac animals. So horse and goat arrived. They were very kind and modest, and each let the other go first. So the emperor saw how polite they were and ranked them 7th and 8th. And then monkey had fallen well behind, but he jumped between trees and stones and eventually caught up and ended up being 9th. And last were rooster, dog, and pig. So that's a little bit of kind of the story. And then you've got some cat and rat were neighbors. Like I said, they were neighbors, they were friends. And the former always bullied the latter. And rat felt very angry. This is another variation where rat felt very angry about it, but dared not say it out loud. So he sought revenge on cat. So when the sleepyhead cat ordered the rat to keep him informed about the emperor's party, the rat took advantage and purposefully did not wake up the cat. So that's a different variation of it. So the first one was all about like the first variation. As you can see, there's many variations of the legends. The first one, rat, was all about like too excited and forgot to wake up the cat. In this variation, the cat demanded the rat to wake him up, and rat basically didn't, and left quietly without informing cat, and cat did not wake up. So there's different variations. Look at those little scales. I like. I'm probably not going to be able to replicate it exactly like that on the other side, but we are going to see how it goes. Now we're going to start this side of our scales. If it doesn't end up perfectly the same, it doesn't end up perfectly the same. We are going to do our scales over here. I should totally do them like that, but that's kind of cool. All right. Remove those ones, and we are going to kind of go with these here. Should probably put it like that. All right. And which is kind of interesting seeing like the different variations of the story. And what's really cool in, just like with the Western zodiacs, each zodiac sign is associated with different characteristics. So you're going to have like the, depending on what your zodiac sign is, it's kind of dictates or it doesn't dictate, but it's kind of thought that that's got different characteristics associated with it for what year you're born. And what's also really interesting is because it's based on the lunar cycle and the Lunar New Year. So if you were born in like early January and you always thought you were a certain zodiac sign in the Chinese zodiac, not necessarily, because guess what? The Chinese zodiac is based off of the lunar cycle. So if you were born like the first week of January, you're probably not actually the zodiac sign that you thought you were. If you always thought it was based off of the year and you were like, oh, I'm X zodiac sign, well, maybe you aren't. Technically, by Chinese characteristics or Chinese like fundamental principles, when you look at the year that you were born, you want to think about it. Well, technically, would you fall underneath that year, or would you fall underneath the year prior for the zodiac sign that you fall underneath? So something to think about for those of you born in like the early parts of January. If you were like, hey, I'm this zodiac sign, are you really? Are you really? Think about it. Ponder that a little bit. You may surprise you. Just saying. So I'm going to kind of talk a little bit about the characteristics for you. And that's something that you can do. And it's one of those things that a lot of times that, so people under each zodiac sign are considered to have different personalities that represent the different animals of that year or for each year. And sometimes in some of those countries, you'll even find that before somebody like does a marriage match or anything like that, they will actually consult, like check to see if their zodiac signs are actually compatible before they consider like a marriage or anything like that. So it just depends on how much they rely on the zodiac signs. But it really varies. Just like, I mean, there's many people in the United States that do the same thing with like with the Western zodiac. They'll do the same thing with their zodiac signs in the United States as well for regular, like the traditional, I don't know what the regular, that type of zodiac is considered. Because I'm more familiar with, I know very little about the monthly zodiac signs from the American side or from like Western style everything, because I'm much more familiar with the Chinese zodiac system. But so I'm going to kind of go into, while I'm doing this, I'm going to give you guys a little bit about the characteristics of those zodiac animals for you guys. Okay, that one will go all the way down to the bottom. I was just seeing where I was at and what I needed to do and where I needed to place these ones down to. So we're going to start and we're going to go in the order for the zodiac animals. So first up is rat, and rat partners well with dragon and monkey. Those are what is considered to partner well with. And what's pretty cool, so if you are kind of like, I don't know what year or what animal I am, there's plenty of things where you can find it out. But a really easy way to know what zodiac, to know if this is your year. If you're like, I don't know if I'm the year of this or the year of that, and you're like, I don't know if this is my year. Well, whatever year we are in, like this year we're in the year of the dragon. So if you are going to turn, whatever age you're going to turn, if it is a multiple of 12, then that means that this is your year. And so anybody that was born in the year of the dragon, they are going to turn an age that is a multiple of 12. So they are either going to be born this year, they're going to turn 12, they're going to turn 24, they're going to turn 36 this year, they're going to turn 48, 60, 72, and so on, for everybody that was born in the year of the dragon. So that's kind of like tells you how old those people will be this year. So like for me, I was born in the year of the rabbit, which was last year. That's the one that we are closing out. And today is actually the last day for the year of the rabbit. And then we are moving into the year of the dragon, and which makes perfect sense because I turned 36 last year, because that was the year of the rabbit, because it is a year that is a number that is dividable by 12. So that makes perfect sense for that logic. Just if you were curious about that and you were like, and you didn't want to look it up to see what year it was. Well, if you're going to turn, like say you're 24 this year, or 23 this year, and you want to know, and you're going to be 24 in 2025, well, after the dragon comes the snake. So next year is the year of the snake. 2025 is the year of the snake. So if you're going to turn 24 in 2025, then you are born in the year of the snake. So that's a little bit of like that logic for you guys. But we're going to go back to what I was talking about initially. Talking a lot. All right. So as we finish up this, let's see. Rat, like I said, partners well with dragon and monkey, and the characteristics for rat are intelligent, adaptable, quick-witted, charming, artistic, and sociable. Those are the characteristics for year of the rat. People born in the year of the rat. Kind of cool, because my mom is actually born in the year of the rat. And that definitely is her. She's actually an artist. And very quick-witted, like super amazing sense of humor. I definitely do not have my mom's sense of humor. I 100% have my dad's sense of humor. Totally and completely have my dad's sense of humor. Not my mom's in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah. Definitely did not get that from my mom. But she's very artistic. She's an artist. She's super artistic. So then we move into ox. The ox partners well with snake and rooster. And the ox is loyal, reliable, thorough, strong, reasonable, steady, and determined. That is some of the main characteristics of our ox. And then we have our tiger, which partners well with horse and dog. And this is just kind of like an overview, not even like, it goes really, really in depth if you want to go really into the weeds on who partners well with who, depending on what year they were born. There's so much that goes into it, a lot more in depth than what I'm giving you guys right now. And tiger is enthusiastic, courageous, ambitious, leadership, confidence, and charismatic. Those are the characteristics associated with the year of the tiger. I think we are mostly done with the glue. Then we roll into the rabbit, and I'm a rabbit. Partners well with sheep and boar. Trustworthy, empathic, can't talk tonight. Modest, diplomatic, sincere, sociable, caretakers. I am so not sociable, so that one is not me. Everything else kind of like is definitely me, but I am not sociable. Dragon. Partners well with rat and monkey, and they are lucky, flexible, eccentric, imaginative, artistic, spiritual, and charismatic. So dragons are also, they're a very auspicious animal. I'm going to look at my directions. We need to do the eye. I need to look at my big directions so I can actually read the directions. We need the adhesive backing for the eyes. We're getting close to being done. Look at this. I think the eyes are like 3 different layers of this. So I think we need to do this, 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 on this. All the layers on the this. But what's cool is I can just stick them on each other because blue goes on these. So those will be nice. I just stick them right onto each other. Then we go from that, and next we have the snake. So the snake partners well with rooster and ox, and its characteristics are philosophical, organized, intelligent, intuitive, elegant, attentive, and decisive. That's the snake. Then we roll into the horse, which partners well with dog and tiger. Now I have to see if I can actually get the adhesive backing off of this. Okay, let's see. So I had horse, partners well with dog and tiger. Characteristics are adaptable, loyal, courageous, ambitious, intelligent, adventurous, and strong. And then we have the sheep, partners well with boar and rabbit. Tasteful, crafty, warm, elegant, charming, intuitive, sensitive, and calm. And then we have our sheep. Well, that was the sheep. And then we have the monkey, partners well with dragon and rat. And characteristics are quick-witted, charming, lucky, adaptable, bright, versatile, lively, and smart. Rooster partners well with snake and ox. Honest, energetic, intelligent, flamboyant. I mean, it's a rooster. Why would it be anything but flamboyant? Roosters are always flamboyant. Flexible, diverse, and confident. Dog partners well with tiger and horse. Loyal, sociable, courageous, diligent, steady, lively, adaptable, and smart. I mean, do you expect anything else from the dog? And then pig partners well with sheep and rabbit. Pig is also considered boar. You'll hear it referred to as the boar a lot. Characteristics: honorable, philanthropic, determined, optimistic, sincere, and sociable. Those are the different characteristics that you have for each of the zodiac animals. Kind of cool, huh? So we are going to go ahead and put these eyeball right here. Eyeball. It's amazing how putting eyes on something can totally like make it look so much different. Boop. That's so much fun. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. Look at that. We got some eyes on our little koi fish. All right, now we're gonna look back at our directions. So now we need to take out the pearls and paste the pearls on the head, felt fins, and the fishtail in the appropriate position as a decoration. So we're supposed to put these on the fins and on the felt as decorations, apparently. Let me look at the big picture. Okay, so they just have these scattered kind of throughout on both sides, apparently. All right, we will check out how they have these scattered. Let's see, how many of these staticky pearls do I have? 1, 2. Rather than making you continue watching me work on it, we're just going to go right to the finished product because I am so close to being done and you guys have been bearing with a lot of this. So we're going to roll right into it. And we are officially done with the lantern. And this is your little thing that you could use to, you know, you would run behind with the lantern. But look at this. This is our fish. I love it. And then I can turn on the lights, which I don't feel like doing. So we finished our lantern. It took us a little bit of time, but look at this. It is so cute. I love how this turned out. And that gives you an idea of what to do and how you can make your own super cute little koi lantern that a few of you lucky winners will actually get your very own one of these to work on. I just have like glue balls all over everything. But anyways, that is all I had for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed kind of the scattered learning amidst the trying to work on this. The scattered learning about the Chinese zodiac. And, you know, getting to see a koi lantern, like ones that you would potentially see at a festival. But here is our koi lantern. And I probably will take this off. I don't like the little beaded dangles. right through here, which is why I did not actually glue this one on because I don't like the look of it. But there is that. You can also use it to hook along the top edges. You can tie this on the top and then also tie this onto right here and have this where it actually hangs, which is more of what I would do. Hang this up so it hangs there, and then you have it, boom, hanging, because with cats, you know, I don't want something that's gonna get attacked by a chaos kitten, because that's what she does. So I would have it actually hanging more so than anything else. But I hope you enjoyed this for today. I'm gonna cut that one off because that one would get in the way. And we're going to make this a hangable one and do a little tie on that one. I'll probably just glue the edges together and call it a day. But I hope you guys had a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.